Hollywood may not be where Al Roker and Deborah Roberts built their careers, but today, their world is buzzing just as loudly. Social media is spinning, insiders are whispering, and longtime viewers are asking the same question. What has changed in the usually steady, upbeat life of Al Roker? For decades, Al Roker has been one of America's most trusted faces, calm, warm, and reliably optimistic. Rain or shine, viewers tuned in to the Today Show knowing Al would bring a sense of comfort, humor, and genuine sincerity. But recently, something has shifted. Those closest to him say his behavior has taken a surprising turn, leaving fans, colleagues, and even Deborah Roberts, his devoted wife, wondering what caused such a sudden change. Deborah, a respected journalist known for her professionalism, grace, and thoughtful presence, has always handled personal matters with care. For years, she's balanced her high-profile career with deep dedication to her family. But recently, a quiet storm has been brewing, one she could no longer ignore. According to those within their circle, the shift didn't start publicly. It began at home. Deborah started noticing Al withdrawing at times, then becoming unusually decisive or abrupt at others. He was canceling plans he normally enjoyed, stepping away from commitments last minute, and occasionally appearing distracted or distant during moments he usually cherished. Friends chalked it up to work pressure or health concerns, especially considering Al's previous medical battles. But Deborah sensed this wasn't that. This was different. And when the whispers reached outside their home, when viewers started asking why Al seemed more on edge, why he was stepping away from certain segments, why he wasn't himself, Deborah made a difficult decision. She decided it was time to speak up. Al Roker's public image has always been rock solid. Friendly, funny, grounded, and steady as the morning sun. That's why the sudden shift raised eyebrows so quickly. Whether it was leaving events early, offering statements that didn't match his usual tone, or appearing emotionally distracted on air, people noticed. Industry insiders began speculating that something behind the scenes was weighing heavily on him. Some assumed it was fatigue, others thought it was health-related. A few wondered whether family pressures were building. But Deborah, watching from inches away, not miles, knew these weren't just scattered moments. There was a deeper conflict unfolding. According to the revelation Deborah reportedly shared, Al's sudden change wasn't due to stress, or exhaustion, or workloads. It was tied to a private, deeply personal decision he had been wrestling with for months. Deborah did not reveal every detail, but what she did share confirmed the weight of the situation. This wasn't a temporary struggle. This was a pivotal life decision. One significant enough to disrupt his daily routine, shift his priorities, and quietly reshape the dynamics inside their home. At first, Deborah gave him space. As a journalist, she understood better than anyone that people sometimes need time to reach clarity. But as the frequency of Al's sudden cancellations increased, and as emotional distance began taking the place of his usual warmth, Deborah realized she was witnessing more than a quiet personal storm. She was watching a turning point. When Deborah finally shared her concern with close friends, the reaction was immediate. Many had sensed something was off, but none expected the situation to be so serious. And once the news spread, through studio hallways, dinner conversations, newsroom circles, the speculation only intensified. Soon, Al and Deborah found themselves at the center of swirling rumors. Some were well-meaning, some were harsh, and some were simply wrong. Deborah, who rarely speaks publicly about intimate family matters, recognized that staying silent was only allowing misinformation to spread. Viewers were misinterpreting Al's behavior, online voices were inventing narratives, and the longer she waited, the more distorted the situation became. And so, after weeks of careful consideration, she made her choice. Her statement was measured, thoughtful, and delivered with the calm intelligence she is known for. She didn't reveal every detail, she didn't need to, but she made one thing clear. Al was navigating a major internal battle, one that had deeply affected his emotional state and daily life. She didn't speak out to expose him, she spoke out to protect him. Her message was meant to end the rumors, correct false assumptions, and give people the clarity they needed to understand the gravity of what Al was going through. But instead of quieting the conversation, it ignited a larger one. Fans were stunned. Comment sections filled instantly. Morning show viewers expressed both concern and compassion. And behind the scenes, the revelation forced a long-overdue conversation between Al and Deborah. According to those close to them, Al was initially surprised, perhaps even overwhelmed by the public reaction. He wasn't expecting Deborah to reveal anything at all. But when he realized the purpose behind her decision, he understood. He recognized that his struggle wasn't just affecting him, it was affecting Deborah, their family, their colleagues, and the millions who looked to him every morning for positivity and steadiness. Her honesty became the turning point he needed. Since the revelation, those close to the couple say they've been working step by step through the aftermath, not just the public fallout, but the personal impact it had on their relationship. The conversations they needed to have finally took place. And though the world continues to speculate, the two have been quietly rebuilding balance while supporting one another through an undeniably difficult chapter. Through it all, their bond remains the heart of the story. Al and Deborah have weathered storms before, health scares, career pressures, public scrutiny, and they've never once faced them alone. And that may be why this story resonates so deeply. It isn't about drama, it's about partnership. It's about a couple navigating a moment of truth with honesty, dignity, and love. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you found this deep dive meaningful and want to stay updated on every turn in this unfolding story, make sure you hit subscribe, tap the notification bell, and give this video a big thumbs up. We have more touching, insightful, and eye-opening celebrity updates coming your way, and you won't want to miss them.